So, I have been talking about toxicity and what I feel is a way to definitely decrease that in the body so that we can really truly focus on healing. And another step that I think that based on my experience, what I've dealt with, and what I have realized is taken away with the more toxicity that you have in your body is the inner knowing, your intuitive belief. And I think that sort of goes into with our inability to believe in our power to heal, because this inner knowing and ability to listen to that part of yourself has basically been stripped away. At least it's really, really, really challenging to find. And you have to really dig deep and to be very, very strong, courageous to find it. And I really do feel that that's where what I feel in my practice that I want to be a help for more than anything else is to help people to get that back. And you have to do that too by first of all reducing your level of toxicity, because there is a physiological aspect to that. I do believe, and it goes back to the microbiome, which I feel is totally imbalanced with the more toxicity that you have, because toxicity just it just naturally is going to decrease the diversity of the gut microbiome, all of the microbiomes that you have in your body. The more toxic you are, the more that balance of the bacteria and the parasites and all that you have in your body, all that it is jeopardized. And your microbiome has such communication with your at the cellular level, and there's this dance or this relationship between the mitochondria, which are the energy parts of your cells. And when that microbiome is decreased and you don't have the diversity, and you've got all of these imbalances where your fungus and all, like we have problems with, it's just totally overgrown, and then that causes other imbalances and with parasites, and then that creates more of an environment where the microbiome is even more jeopardized, which causes all kinds of hormonal imbalances, and neurotransmitters go cray cray, and it's just an ongoing thing. And it was all because of toxicity and the imbalance of the microbiome. And the more toxic you are, then the more that you lose that communication, and which means that you just lose more of your sense of self, your sense of being. And it is a physiological thing. And I feel like that this is so big with us being able to heal. And we get to a point where we because our brains have been so affected by all of this, that the brain fog, which is a gut dysbiosis thing, because there's such a relationship between your gut and your brain. The brain fog, things that you would think about when you were, like, I guess, normal or whatever, you don't even think about anymore. Your sense of reason or practicality or something is just it just gets more warped, and you get overwhelmed because things are going on and you just can't keep your mind focused and you can't concentrate. And so it just causes a whole situation where you can't even think things through right. And I mean, yeah, I've experienced it myself, so I totally get it. And then that causes more depression and even more anxiety. And you're trying to reach for something that nobody, and then you lose people's support, and you're trying to go at it all on your own. It's just and so yeah, you lose your sense of self, and you don't even know who that is. And I that's what I feel like that you I want to help people work with, because you have to have that in order to really learn what your body needs in order to heal. You have to be able to listen to your body. I'm still working on that. It is a practice. I think that you pretty much work on that your whole existence. I want to do whatever I can to give my body what it needs in order to heal. And you know, it's a try. Sometimes it's a trial and error kind of thing. But then when you make an error, you listen to what your body is saying to say, oh, I don't need to go there. I need to stop that, and I need to do this. And the quicker you can get there and to learn that, then the better off and the less damage you can do in this process to your healing. So yes, and that's where, like, just being able to be still and to go within as much as possible. Nature is awesome for that. Getting out and feeling the grass, the dirt, the breeze, looking, really paying attention to what's going on in your environment outside is just a great way to start to get in touch with that inner knowing again. I think it's the best way. So that is my little thought about the inner knowing, and the connection with the outside environment is huge with that. And doing deep breathing when you can. I know for those of us who our lungs have been affected by toxicity, mold toxicity, that's sort of challenging. And that's one good way that you can test as to whether you're getting in a better place, is when you can breathe more deeply. And that is a way to really get in touch with your inner self, is to pay attention to your breath. But if you need help with that, like I said, that's where I want to put a lot of my focus to help you to get that back. It's so important to be able to have that inner knowing when you're trying to heal from this, to be able to listen to your body and to let it tell you where it needs to go, because you just got to hit it from all different directions. And the better you know your body, the better that you'll know which direction or what you need to stop and what you need to add a little bit more of to support your body in the cleaning and the calming and the purging and the detoxing everything out. You got to be able to listen.